about this Doja Cat situation. And I have been watching this whole situation where when she posts a socially unacceptable video, such as whether you deem her pretty or not, that people are acting like she needs help, psychological help, physical help. Something's wrong with her. And in my opinion, it's really a thing of people wanting her to want their validation. Doja Cat, for the longest, and influencers such as Doja Cat, should I say, have been weird since day one, since the moment social media was popping. And now that they're in the limelight, and when they get some downtime from performing or, doing whatever the hell they do, then when they get on social media and they start doing the things that they used to do, which got them popular, which, got them their fame, people want to act like, oh no, like now that you're mainstream, you're supposed to be what we want you to be now. You can't go back being yourself anymore. And I'm like, thinking about an artist such as Doja Cat, she's weird as fuck. And that is what's refreshing about her. That is what's wonderful. She's actually one of those social media, I guess I'll call her influencer, participator / musical artist that does their own thing, that has the personality of the average everyday person. Average everyday people such as yourself who are sitting up here judging her, that are sitting up here saying she needs a therapist when you probably need a therapist because you think you're a therapist, because you're trying to diagnose her. Like, you want her to be what you want her to be. And now that she was like that video where her wig was on incorrect, and now that she has the team, now that she has the money, the budget to look social media acceptable, now that she has gone back to herself, she's no longer performing, she's probably just working on recording music for a new album or something like that. Now that she has all this downtime, she's like, I can keep up my appearance and just do my thing on social media and just be myself now. And it's like people, how do I say this? I really feel like it stems from this whole cancel culture, that people feel like if they speak loud enough, oh, you'll do what I want you to do. If we complain enough, if we bitch enough, people will do what we want them to do, such as this fake ass activism when it comes to Black Lives Matter and just the real life issues of police going overboard and abusing their power and killing people in the process of being abusive with that law enforcement power. People have taken it to the point to where they're calling police on people. And since cancel culture came in on that point of the whole Cooper situation, where that white woman called the police on that black man and, tried to weaponize it, all that type of shit. And I feel like at that time, that's when cancel culture actually did it right and shamed her and fucked up her life, like she was attempting to fuck up this guy's life based on the way that this human being looks. But then we've taken it to a point of now everybody has to do and say what I think, and now they have to look how I want them to look. Oh, just like the situation with Britney Spears, Doja Cat is shaving her hair and she shaved off her eyebrows. I don't think that's pretty. I don't think that's what people should look like on social media, even though half of y'all probably look bald-headed like that anyways. You are taking your own insecurities about yourself. You're taking your own insecurities about yourself, and now that you can't live vicariously through her because she's not putting on the wigs, because she's not having her, face beat to death, and she's not looking like a mannequin, a model, socially attractive when she posts her pictures, now it's a problem. And I think that's very unhealthy. And I think that has to be a conversation that those of you that feel like something has mentally gone wrong with her because she shaved off all her hair. Like, don't you know people shaving off their head is like a spiritual refresh? You carry a lot of negative energy in your hair, in the cells of your body. And your hair is the only thing that you can safely take off of your body and do away with and start fresh with it. And let it grow out in maybe a new stage of your life. Don't you realize that these people that get on social media, yes, I do believe that most of these people that get on social media and become famous and are in the limelight and are sitting up here becoming the Beyoncés and, you know, the Sierras and becoming these famous people on social media, these are average everyday people on social media being able to get in spaces that average everyday people weren't able to get in before. And I'm sure that can take a toll. I'll use Britney Spears, for example, even though she's not like a social media, she's not a part of that generation, but she was in Disney. She started out very, very young in show business, and there's no telling what happened to that child. There's no telling. And now that she's an adult, she was like the it girl in the 90s, early 2000s. And I don't blame her for shaving off her head and being tired of the bullshit. Being tired of having to say yes to shit that makes you feel comfortable. Being tired of having to, even though you didn't say yes, just go with the flow anyways. Talking to people you don't want to talk to. Dealing with people touching you when you don't want to be touched. Having, like, just think about when you go to work. Sometimes you don't want to even, you hate them fucking people at your job. You want to be able to say, get the fuck out of my face. I'm just not in the mood today. I just came here to get this done. But when you are in places as demanding and as soul snatching, in a bad way, not a good way, as the entertainment industry, I can completely understand how these people just go batshit crazy. But you are not crazy if you shave your head. There's so many people that shave their head. Men shave their head all the time, aka a fade. Are they fucking crazy? No. They're just cutting their hair and having a different hairstyle. When women do it, they're just cutting their hair and having a different hairstyle. And it's such a spiritual flush when you cut your hair. It's such a refreshing feeling to just cut off all your hair and start over. And it's such a refreshing feeling in general if you have the personality of being an individual, of not being a follower, of having a sense of self and uniqueness to yourself, to not look like everyone else. People always in the entertainment industry shave their eyebrows. Yes, here and there they may draw them on, or some people in the industry have gotten tattoos of eyebrows. Like, I know someone right now that like has tattooed eyebrows. It looks cool. But people always do these things to look different and to not fall into the box. And that's all Doja Cat has ever been. She has always been out of the box doing her own thing. And I feel like people really wanted her to take Nicki Minaj's place because for some reason they think that rap beef is appropriate when it comes to making music and making art, but they really wanted Doja Cat to be in that place of being the top girl, and that's just not what she wants. And you can obviously see that, like, she did not know that this fame thing was going to be like it was. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody that gets on social media and is searching for that fame and that wants to be famous or infamous, once they get that shit, I bet you 50 to 75% of them don't realize what the fuck they got themselves into. Because once you have all those voices, all those people judging you, critiquing you, this, that, or the other, you start to be like, well, my uniqueness isn't shit. Me being unique is the problem. And that's not right. Like, all of us are our own human beings. All of us are our own individuals. And each and everything a part of our personalities, which Doja Cat showcased for me, a personality that human beings have every day. We're all weird. We all say crazy shit. We all do stupid things to be funny as we interact with each other on a day-to-day basis. And now that we have a mainstream celebrity who is famous for her music, being herself and being weird, being funny, being silly at that, being a goofball, it's a problem. And I'm like, now that this whole social media thing is definitely a strong part of our society and how we interact with each other, now on top of looking the same, people want everyone to act the same. And I'm like, if you start going after personalities, we might as well just do away with this planet in general. Because if you are pressured to look like every other person, and then you're also pressured to behave and have a sense of humor and have an outlook and a perspective like everyone else, we might as well just do away with ourselves and build robots in our place. And that's not right. So anyways, so yeah, like, this whole Doja Cat situation just speaks about how people want to be controlling, and also you want to live vicariously through this person because you don't like yourself and you think it's appropriate for that person to want your validation. You think that it's appropriate for external validation to be a thing that drives this person in the first place as they showcase their life and who they are as a person through social media. Like, it's a monster. So yeah, that's my opinion on this whole Doja Cat situation. It's all about external validation at the end of the day, and we really have to look inside ourselves and be like, why do I want another person to be like, oh, you're pretty, oh, you're gorgeous, oh, you're that bitch? Why do you need somebody to do that for you to feel comfortable to be yourself and to be like, okay, I'm doing it right? Like, what have you accomplished? Do you find value in those accomplishments? Who cares what you look like? I mean, like, as long as you're taking a bath and combing your hair and like, as long as you're keeping up with your hygiene inside and out and just taking care of yourself in a basic form, like, who cares what your lips look like? Who cares that when she posted that picture like this, that she looked like, oh my fucking God, what is she doing? It was a funny picture. No, she didn't look like her video from Streets. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that this chick or anybody else in her position is crazy. Like, we are taking this mental health kick to a whole nother level. So I might do a whole separate video on like this fake ass mental health movement. I may do a whole video on that. But yeah, I didn't mean for this video to be this long. So like, subscribe. You guys tell me what you think about this whole Doja Cat situation. And just, if you think that she is crazy because she's not looking like everybody else, or she's not doing things like other people do them, and she is showing that she has a different personality than all the other rap chicks or whatever. So yeah, like, subscribe, and share. Bye.